Tonight on Heat of the Drum, it is beef short ribs, and man, are these gonna be good. Here we go. Welcome back to a windy afternoon here at Heat of the Drum, but we're doing beef short ribs, and these should be really good. Now, the first thing we gotta do is get a rub made. Here we go. And what you're gonna need is 2 teaspoons of kosher salt, 4 teaspoons of coarse ground pepper, 1 teaspoon of ground oregano, 2 teaspoons of minced onion, 1 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes, and 2 teaspoons of granulated garlic. And I have all that in here already. Let's get it mixed up. This is a good pepper-based rub that's good on beef. And we jazz it up with a little bit of red pepper flake in there, a little minced onion. When you're done, it's going to look like that. So we'll just take that seasoning and set it right off to the side. Let's get this stuff out the way. Let's talk about some short ribs. Now, sometimes these short ribs come still attached to each other and not in singles like I have here. Just depends on what you're going to get from your store. This is what I got locally here. What we have here is a membrane side, and then we have a fat cap side, and we're going to get some of this fat off of here, get them rubbed up in that seasoning, and get them on this drum. Here we go. And here's a closer look at those short ribs. You can see this is the fat side, and this is the membrane side with the bone. We're not going to do much with this membrane side. I'm going to leave it on. I'm not going to take it off. But we are going to trim some of this fat and silver skin off the top. And I'm going to try to leave as much meat on there as I can. I don't want to get too much meat off of there. So we're going to try to just get that off the top of there. These are still pretty cold. It's cold out today. I think it's in the probably upper 20s. Just taking my time, just like that. You might come over here and just get a little bit of this off. Works for me. Let's move on to this guy here. We're not going to be too picky about it. That one's good. This guy here, not much on him. Gonna leave him just like that. All right, these are ready to go, good enough for me. Now what I did is I took a little of this Worcestershire sauce, put it in here, and we're just gonna wet them up a little bit. I'll put a little bit on the membrane, but I'm actually not gonna season that side. Now let's get into this rub. This is a coarse rub. And what I'm actually going to do is this. And one more. There we go. And I'm going to come in here and get these back on this foil. And these will go back in the fridge for 1 hour. Today we're using some Cowboy Oak and Hickory lump. And we're keeping it simple. We're throwing in some cherry today. My favorite part of the day. Got the chimney going. Now we're going to work on dialing this drum, and we're looking for a smoking temp of around 250 today. So I'll bring you back in a few. Using a bowl of hot water today. These have been hanging out for an hour in the fridge. And we got our drum smoker going. We're up to temp. Let's get them on. Here we go. This guy here is not going to yield a whole lot. I'm going to try to, he's kind of skinny on this side. We're going to protect him in the center. The rest of these look really good. So I'm just going to kind of do something like that. And move this guy over just a little bit here. Get this guy right there. I do want a little circulation. I don't want them touching. I want them close, but I don't want them touching. Just like that. And you know me, I'm a big believer in rotating the meat on these drums, so that's what we're going to do in 1 hour. I'll see you then. We are 1 hour in, and this thing is humming along. Our target temp was 250. Right now, we are 248. Make that 249. Let's get the lid off and get them rotated. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Look at those. Looking really nice 1 hour in. Let's rotate. and get the lid back on. Just got it rotated, and man, they're looking good and they're smelling good. What we're going to do now is just let them go another hour. We'll get in there. We'll probably rotate them again. In the meantime, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Help out the channel. I appreciate anybody that does that. I'll see you guys in an hour. It's been 2 hours. Let's get our second look at these short ribs. Ooh, yeah. First thing I'm going to do is rotate these once again. Right there. 160, 166, 67, 61, 60, 167. Those are looking real good. So you can see they're right around 167, 170, right in that range. Now what I'm going to do, I'd like to get them around 175, in that range right there. So we're going to give these 30 more minutes and take a look, and then we're going to think about wrapping them. I'll see you then. It's been 30 more minutes. We're at the 2.5 hour mark. Now we're going to get a quick temp on these, but then we're going to be wrapping. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Look at these. Here we go. 179, 180, 184. These are exactly where I want them to be. Let's wrap. Let's get in here and grab these out. Oh, man. Ooh-wee, look at that. Let's get these wrapped. So what I have here is 2 cups of beef broth, and I'm just going to pour that over each one of these. Now, I don't want a lot of liquid in here. I'm only going to go up about 1/4 of an inch, if that. I just want to cover. So really, I probably used about 1 1/4 cups. And now what I have here is just some melted unsalted butter. And I'm just going to do a drizzle over the top of each one of these. And that's probably good right there. And it's time to wrap. Let's get these back on the smoker. Make sure this foil's on there good. Man, those look good, I'll tell you what, and they smelled incredible. We're going to give this 1 more hour, and then we're going to start checking temp. I'll see you then. We've had them wrapped for 1 hour, and I tell you what, this drum has just been humming along today. It's cold, it's windy, it's probably 27 right now, and our target temp was 250, and we are at 256. Let's get a look at these. Look at those. These are coming off. Man, I tell you what, these look awesome. We're going to take this foil that we just took off, and we're going to tent this for 15 minutes. I'll see you then. These have been resting for 10 minutes. Let's get them out of this foil. Here we go. Oh man, look at these. Oh, man. Look at that. These things are so tender. Look at that. Right off the bone. These things have been cooking all day, and look at that. Man, they are tender. And that flavor. Just remember, you can do this too. So I see you again the next time on Heat of the Drum. I'm definitely eating good tonight.